I'm Michael Woods, an architect and principal at RTKL Associates. As a teenager, I enjoyed making films and thought that I might like to be a film director. If I wanted to make a movie, though, I had to buy film, shoot it, have it developed, and hope that I'd have the patience to edit it. Now it's so much easier with video. Today, you can record a video, edit it, and share it with anyone in your community or in the world in a very short period of time. So why should you use video? Video engages your audience. People will watch videos and pay attention when they might not otherwise. Video can tell stories in a way that people will remember. Community outreach could be part of any effort to create a sustainable project. The neighborhood development rating system is an obvious place, but this might be really part of any project. One of the credits available for LEED neighborhood development is for community outreach and involvement under the category of neighborhood pattern and design. Video is an ideal tool for this because it is an effective way of communicating ideas with the community as well as soliciting their input. If you're conducting a charrette for an additional credit, video can be used in conjunction with that. We have all needed to cut back on our overhead in the last few years. We have very limited resources available for travel, training, and additional staff. All of this means that we need to be more resourceful. This is also true if your client and project team are in the same city. We all know that we can reduce our carbon footprint by cutting back on travel. Using video can be part of the solution to adjust to our new economic and environmental conditions. You might think that you would need a lot of special equipment and software to make videos, but we soon realized that we already had the hardware and most of the software we needed to produce a video. PowerPoint could be used to create a storyboard and then a story reel in planning our video. Video screen capture software and a USB headset were just small purchases. Once we understood that we had almost everything we needed, it was just a matter of getting started with something. The first step in engaging your audience is to understand them. Who is your audience? What makes them happy or what makes them mad? Your audience is probably not a homogeneous group with exactly the same values. You need to divide the audience into segments so you can connect with each of them more effectively. You can connect with experiences you have shared and common goals. You need to understand them. When you think about it, there are some different types of videos you might consider making depending on what you need to accomplish. Are you telling a story or advocating an issue? Are you explaining how to do something with new software? Or are you giving people a project tour of a project that you have completed? When you understand the purpose of your video, you can make much more precise effort in planning and creating it. Video can be used to quickly prototype ideas. You can test the value of ideas, refine them, and show them to your clients with much less time and effort. A new urban design plan is imagined, developed, and then evaluated. As we become more focused on the experience of buildings and urban spaces rather than buildings as objects, this use of video will be essential. We can imagine the experience of living, working, and shopping in this mixed-use neighborhood for Santa Rosa, California, adjacent to a proposed light rail station. Before a charrette, the design team can show information about the project site. Then during the charrette, a video could be played to explain the issues with the site to those in attendance. And then after a charrette, a recording of the event can be posted to give the community a summary of all that took place. In most cases, a short summary of the events with good images and text or narration will be better than hours of extended recordings of everything that transpired. So what is your message? You need to transform your ideas into a form that your audience can understand and support. If you need to have your audience take a particular action as a result of your presentation, then that needs to be clear as well. There are a few types of messages and videos that could be considered for LEED neighborhood development. In order for your information to reach your audience in a way that engages them, you need to turn your information into stories. Facts are important to us, but facts alone don't convey our message effectively. This means thinking about your information in different terms. Who are the people involved? Where did the events take place? And what things were involved? Stories can be as short as a few sentences or continue through your entire presentation. People will remember stories, and stories will help people remember important facts. We all understand that there are important things at stake with sustainability. Facts are important, but what can we say that will convey the gravity of the decisions? It could seem more difficult to tell your story in emotional terms, but it will have more resonance with your audience if you present more than just the facts. Stories or analogies or comparisons are all useful for creating emotional contrast. Conflict and resolution, as well as humor and suspense, are part of stories. Real projects are complicated and not always black and white. Are there some residents of the community that have compelling stories that you can tell? Include personal stories wherever you can. Sustainability relies on using data and explaining concepts that are sometimes very complicated. You need to make that information understood by your audience without dumbing it down. Turn numbers into pictures that are easier to grasp. Are there surprising facts that would get your audience's attention? Are there strong images that would help them to understand these numbers? Tell the story visually to get a greater impact and encourage people to take action. Use information graphics to engage your audience. Use quotations to frame your issues. I love this quote from Jane Jacobs. Even the most urbane citizen does care about the atmosphere of the street and district where he lives, no matter how much choice he has of pursuits outside it. And the common run of city people do depend greatly on their neighborhoods for the kind of everyday lives they lead. Remember, too, that people may lose interest if your video is too long. You can see from the graph just how quickly people's attention slips away when watching a video online. Most people may be off to something else if you don't engage them within 2 minutes. If they are not already motivated to watch what you have to show them, you must get their attention right away. Concentrate your most engaging information near the beginning and try to keep your video to about 3 minutes. Use repeatable sound bites to help your audience spread your message to others. Think about what you want people to know and what they can say that will contribute to your plan. Monitor what's being said about the plan so you can react effectively. You'll need a few clear, memorable points that people will remember and repeat to others. TED Talks Chris Anderson calls sharing videos to push innovation crowd-accelerated innovation. He cites some great examples of how this has actually led to innovative changes. We can all do this along with the USGBC on Vimeo or YouTube. We can use video to explain to our community and the public at large why sustainability matters. With video, we can reach more people than ever before. So will you just go back to the treadmill? Will you go back to your projects, your needy clients and staff, and your day-to-day demands? Video is a power tool. Use it to change your world. I'm Michael Woods, and thank you for watching.